don't know why I'm always in the bathroom. I can now legally drive with my level 1 permit after almost exactly 2 years after my driver's ed finished. I now actually have my permit and I had to take a picture. I remember looking at the picture and I was like, oh, okay. Like, I didn't smile, so I kind of looked a bit scary. Normally I don't use wipes to take my makeup off, but my cleanser and my makeup remover are the same and I'm running out of it, so I have to use wipes today. Because I think I look mad when I'm not smiling. The lady was so nice. Like, she didn't even say anything that was necessarily like really, really nice, but I really liked her. She had like a very nurturing energy, you know? I felt comfy. And she smiled at me and her smile was nice. So I was like, oh. I didn't drive home because I went grocery shopping and then the parking lot was really busy. I didn't want to do it, but, and also for like 3 months, I've been looking for this little party pack of Play-Doh. It's like 16 of them and they're all different colors and they're like this big. And it's perfect because I wanted to play with Play-Doh because I want something to play with. And I couldn't find them because every time I went to the store to get them, they were always out of stock. And online they're like $17 when like the actual price was like $6.49. Today when I went and looked for them at the store, they had them. So I finally got them and I wanted to show you. Ignore my bed, I'm doing my bedding today. 15 cans. I've always loved the smell of Play-Doh. I loved it when I was little too. Ah! I'm so excited. Huh. Cute. Not gonna use them, but oh! I could put them on like presents. Some of them might be the same colors, which is fine. I can like give them to people, I think. But I'm keeping all the ones that only have one color because I've been looking for these for months. I didn't want to get like big ones of all different colors, but I also didn't want to have to pick one color because I'm indecisive. Since when is Play-Doh kind of stretchy? Oh! They have a dark blue and a dark green. Very nostalgic smell. Hi. In my last couple of days of thinking, I've been thinking a lot about my introvertedness. That's the word. I mean, yeah, there's different levels of being an introvert, but I also think there's more that goes into it. Like, I mean, at least for me, I think that I'd love to be a part of a lot of conversations. I think that it just takes more energy for me to talk, and especially around people who I know don't necessarily understand. Like, if I have to constantly explain my thought process, nobody's gonna understand me like 100% or understand anybody 100% all the time. It's just being around certain people, it takes more energy for me to talk. And when I do, I mean, it takes energy to be around people, depending on who the person is. Like, yeah, social battery stuff. I don't necessarily have a lot of energy in general, so like being around people who I don't necessarily know or who I'm not like comfortable with takes a lot of energy. And some days I don't even want to talk to any other people. Like, this is so easy. This is really easy for me. It doesn't take very much energy for me. I found being around people, you know, it's just draining. But also I feel like my tone gets misread a lot, you know? When I talk to people who it takes a lot of energy for me to be around, I need to say like in the simplest way possible, like what I'm trying to say, because of the amount of energy it takes me to talk. A lot of times when that happens, I'm gonna try to think of an example. Like, if someone were to ask me my opinion on something they said to someone, something that happened between them and another person, and they're like, oh, so what do you think? I need to say something in the most like simplest way possible. So if I were to say like, that's a weird thing to say, like, would you take that as I'm trying to be mean? Because I don't know if I have a naturally mean tone, if I just sound judgy, or if it's because I look like I'm judgy. It's because I'm not like smiling or something. If I were to say that, a lot of times I feel like people get offended. They start to get defensive, like, what, you know, like, what do you mean by that? But what I mean by that is like what I literally said. Like, I'm not attacking you as a person. I don't know. I guess I just don't really understand. So a lot of times I feel like I have to explain myself. And even in a situation like that, I can't really backtrack or apologize because then it just sounds like I'm trying to make up for something weird that I said, but I don't even feel like it was that weird. I feel like it's easiest, and it's like the simplest way to talk to people for me is to be direct, but I can't really do that without being misunderstood, which I get to a certain extent. I don't know what happened in the social world when I wasn't here, but so many things could be so easy to say, like no, or I don't want to, or that's weird, without it being, you know, necessarily offensive. Or like when someone tells me to do something and like I ask why, I'll just say why, and then they act like I asked them the most offensive question in the world. I don't know. Like, I have the same face when I'm sad, tired, or have no energy. I get that, but I don't know what you want me to do. And I'll like make up for it sometimes, like if I'm in public, like I'll try to look like, you know, I'll try to like go to that face instead of this one, because I look mean, but like also I feel like there should be a mutual understanding where it's like, if I don't really have a solution necessarily, but anyway, I'm figuring out a lot of my introvertedness is just because the way that I speak, the way that I look, and the way that I move is very misunderstood. Like, I'm an awkward person, and I don't feel comfortable around other people, and I do get drained very fast. But it's also because I know that if I talk to you, I'm not gonna be understood, and I have no way of explaining myself, because then it just takes more energy to explain. So it's like it's easier to just give up and not talk. It would be much easier to be around people if I knew I was gonna be understood, which isn't something that's gonna happen. Which is why I'm glad I have friends. It's easy to talk to them, because anything I say, even if they don't understand it, it's just easy. But that's what I was thinking about. Moral of the story, my introvertedness isn't all just because I'm antisocial, because it doesn't mean that I don't want to be social or I don't want to talk to people. It's just because it takes so long to be understood, and the amount of energy it takes to just be around people who all have like this social thing happening where like they understand each other and they know how to speak and they know how to move and they know what to say and they know how to fake laugh and how to smile all the time. It's just exhausting, and I don't know what it is, but it's not because I don't want to be social. It's just because it's tiring and because people don't understand the way that I speak, so then I feel uncomfortable.